Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. Look, I'm sitting here with my box of denim crumbs and I want to do something. And I had an idea, but I've already talked myself out of that idea. And first I had an idea and I thought, no, I'll do this instead. And it's the instead one that I didn't like. So I think I'm going to go back to my original idea of doing something with denim scraps and shreds. Shreds are the little narrow pieces of shit that we throw in the the trash. I have a lot of these because I cut a lot of 2-inch squares, and as I do, sometimes I have to like readjust and cut just enough off, or with 5-inch squares too, whatever. I cut a lot of long strips of fabric, and I have to like sometimes start again and even things out, like if I had to move the strip and stuff. So I have like boxes and boxes of this, and some of it is very, very narrow. Some of it is like almost just threads. And I keep all of that because I like to use that in videos, even the things that are thready. I actually like to use even just thread from a spool. But let's see what I can do with some of this. I have a lot of black and white. I don't know, maybe I could do something on the denim and use just black and white, even though I really like a lot of these colors. Let me think, and we're gonna get started. I just have too many ideas in my head, and I need to pick something. I think what I might do is just add some shreds to each little piece, and then just put it together crumb block style, just sew my crumbs together. But how I would love to do something with, just all these angles, but I just don't want to think about all of that right now. Let's just take a piece. I'm not going to commit to cutting that off yet. I'm just going to take a shred. Oh, do I want white thread? I don't want to take away from the shred, so I guess I'm going to switch to my clear nylon. I swapped out to my clear, transparent nylon thread. Mine is Coates & Clark transparent, 300 yards. I will try to link to Walmart this exact thread that I have, but if not, I will link to a clear nylon thread that you could use, and it will be in the description of this video. So go look for that. I don't want to be fussy here. I still don't know if I want to do color. I have these reproduction prints from like Civil War era. The fabric's not that old, just the prints are. And they come in navy and red and black and white. The red would kind of be cool with the denim. The navy would be too. It wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb like the red would. And I just don't know. That's black, the black, they're all cool. But I could stay in that same family. I think I actually like the navy the best. I really do. Some of these aren't shreddy enough for my liking. See, that's not what I consider a shred. It's more like this. I want it really narrow. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Look at that shit. I love it. I guess I could cut some. I'm doing too much thinking. Some of you get so frustrated when I think, but that's what these videos are about. People say, why don't you just figure it out and then let us know? No, my videos are about showing you the process of figuring things out so you can do it on your own. All right, I'm going to go with the navy. I just think I'm going to like the navy. Let's pull a bunch of navy shreds out. If they're not shreddy enough, I'll shred them. The shreds don't even have to be just laid on there flat. Let me lift this. I'm totally not prepared. You can twist them and lay them down. I don't know if too many of you would like that. And I'm just going to do a wide enough zigzag to make sure that I get the whole shred in there. And maybe I'm just going to do one direction. Maybe I'll do that. meaning, you know, not make it curvy. Let's just try straight lines of shreds. And it might take a second there for me to get the what the hell's it called? The seam, the tension right. But I've got it on a wide zigzag. And I like a long stitch length. I don't want it to zigzag like all close together because that's not cool. So I have mine set at, let's try like 8. Okay, that was cool. I liked everything I just did. And, oh, you know what? I could pass another piece through, right? Let's do that to a couple of pieces, and then those pieces could be cut down to other things. So let me just put another piece there. Oh, I like this idea better because, yeah. Let's do this little piece. Something bigger again. Let's do this. They don't necessarily have to be straight, you know, like perfectly vertical. I think at an angle is kind of cool too. Okay, that's as wide as my needle will go. I don't want to have to go up and down each side. I do not mind though if there's raw edges sticking out because I don't care. That might be enough to practice with. So let's just practice with these 4 pieces, and maybe I won't even make a whole entire block. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, give you guys some ideas. This is driving me crazy that there's some nylon thread on here. Let's get that off there. Okay, do I stick with the navy? I think I will stick with the navy. But I'd like a different print now. Got some little flowers on this one. See that? See how cool? Okay, it's going to be very narrow. Very, very narrow. I made that one a little more tilted. Let's do the same to this one if I can. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just trying to find new ways to use scrap and to turn them into fabric. This is not good for a quilt unless you want some heavy, stiff quilt. It's good for tote bags, maybe some decorative pillows, maybe jackets. You know, maybe you want to just piece a bunch of these together and make yourself a jacket. I don't know. You just got to be creative. And if you say, well, I'm not creative, so I'm not going to try this. Well, let me take that back. You don't have to be creative. You just have to be willing to try stuff. And you'll find out that you like stuff that you tried. I know I have more prints than this. Okay, this is a different print. Another different little flowers like that. And we're going to start back up here. Whoops. And it fell all the way to the floor. That means I have room between my thighs now. There was a day nothing would have got past those thighs. It would have just stayed on my lap. That's kind of funny. I don't know if I necessarily wanted the scraps, the shreds to go all the way off the edge. I think I would have liked them to be not caught in the seam. I'm going to put this one further apart, like that. Okay, that one, the zigzag didn't capture the raw edges. Not really going for that look either, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to consider this top one done. I'm going to cut that off. I like that little guy. I don't know, it shouldn't really matter. Let me put something else on here, something extra narrow. Let's try this. It's a repeat of the first. That's all good. So this is what we have. Some little pieces. And I was just thinking now, it's just starting to put those together like crumb blocks. I don't know. And maybe even at angles? I don't know. I don't know what to do now. You know, I like things all angular and stuff. But I bet you guys would not like it. I think it would be too much. You know, maybe just something all with vertical lines. And then, of course, I could have had sashing between all these. Let me stop and think. I'll edit while I'm thinking. While I edited, I came up with an idea. I think I'm going to just join these with zigzag top stitching. I'm not going to like, do this and sew and then open with the big seams and, a la crumb style. I'm going to do top stitching, and then that way I can just put any size pieces that I want, because when you top stitch, even if you have, like, let's pretend this other piece was like long and sticking out like this, you can top stitch by, you can, trim, you can put a corner there and you can top stitch. So you really can create some cool fabric. I'm going to start right here and I'm going to top stitch. I was wondering if I wanted to cover that line. Maybe I can do this one on top. Let's do this one on top. I'm not going to worry about the shreds. Okay, I'm worrying a little bit. Maybe I can just trim that a little bit here. And I just want to see, I could add that after, but I don't know. I want them all vertical. I think I do know that I want that. All right, let me start by putting a little vertical piece there. Just going to stitch that like that. I'll worry about this guy after, I think. I don't know. I'm starting to like overthink it. The thing about top stitching with nylon thread is it barely shows. I mean, you can tell that's another piece of fabric on top of it because it's a different color, but it's pretty cool what you can do. Okay, I'm going to stick this piece there. I'm going to top stitch on that. The nylon thread is so hard to see and it curls. Okay, so see, this is like making some fabric. It's looking like fabric. What I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to take some more pieces, various sizes, and I'm just going to add more of this, more of the shreds on these pieces, just like I did with this. I did a few more. That. This. I really enjoy this part. It's fun. And some of my strips, you can see there's raw edges. If that really bothered you, then you can always zigzag up and down, well, up and then down to enclose those edges, or you can just leave them like this. Now I'm going to see if I can add some of this stuff to there. And I can cut this. I think it's easier just to sew all the things on it first and then cut it down to size. I'm so tempted to go sideways on some, but I'm not going to. Let's see, this would make a pretty even piece here, so let's just slap that on there. If it bugs you that you have those little things on the ends, you can trim that end too. Okay, we're making fabric. That's what we were born to do. Ooh, let's slap that piece on there. Oh, I'm really liking this. This one's quite flippy. I could trim it. Let's do that instead of sewing again. I'm just going to go under and trim that. Oh, that worked out really well. Let's see, how much do I have here? That's a little over 5 inches this way. I could stop maybe at a 5-inch block. I don't know. We could try a little bit more because I have all these awesome pieces. Let's put this guy here. I'm going to make it a little taller. You could do this forever. You could do it as much as you want. And I love that we have the ability to just add little pieces at a time. So, gee, I wish I had a little bit wider here. Oh, that could work. That will work. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to do in this direction. I'm going to, let's see about how much can I get there. I can get, I think, a 7-inch this way. Not quite. 6.5 for sure. So I'm going to make sure I have 6.5 in this direction. So I do have to build. I'm going to build this corner right here. And I could make it easy and just put that dark piece. I wish it was lighter, but I don't want to have to make more of this because I got stuff I got to do. Okay, you guys, I just love the idea of this. I really do. It almost looks seamless. Clear thread is really fun to work with. But you know what I'm going to go do now, right? I'm going to press it, and then I'm going to trim it, and then we'll see if we like it. I cut this at 6.5, and these are my scraps. This piece, I'll throw that away. But look, this is good. If I, were continuing and wanted to make some more blocks like that, I'd have that as a starter, and I would just cut this part off. I have that. Always save your scraps, but this stuff, this is so cool. I don't know. I think I would like to do something with that. Just want to give you ideas. Okay, the block. I love it. Whoops, I had to have a thread on there. And on there. Look at this. Now, would I have liked it better if it wasn't all darkish on that side? But no, that's the thing. Just go with it. I think it's really cool. It has a really nice feel. And I did not, trim all the ends that didn't need to be trimmed, that weren't going to show. Oh, I think if you guys try this, you're going to love it. I like that I went with the blue, with the navy. I just think it is so cool. Let me take some close-ups. I'm going to do a little mini slideshow for you guys. And I don't know, I'm thinking this is maybe my favorite denim scrap block that I've made so far. Oh, I have a playlist for this box of the box that I showed you. I have a playlist of all the blocks I've made so far using the crumbs in this box. So go check that out and get caught up on all the different blocks I've made. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Please subscribe. Bye.